says, for as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without works is dead also. But when we talk about start being and stop doing, we know that doing is defined as an activity, an effort. It's something that you're engaged in, where being denotes the very nature, the essence, the core of a person. In fact, the word spirit is used in the definition of being. In other words, I have to be a person of faith in order to do works of faith. Can I say that to you another way? I want to stop just doing church and start being the church. I want to stop just doing praise and worship and let my life be the praise and my actions be worship. I want to stop just doing ministry and be ministry. Yes, we declared the year of 2015 would be our year of being. And throughout the month of January, our series has been about stop doing and start being the who, what, where, and the when. In other words, being excited about my who, which is who I am. I am made in the image of God fearfully and wonderfully. I'm a marvelous work, a reflection of God's intellect, His creativity. I have a unique capacity for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Then being empowered by my what? My past. Everybody has a biography, but you can't live life in the rearview mirror. And we said past meant P, partner with your purpose. A, ask God to keep you focused. S, stop associating with former and forgotten reminders. And T, turn your negatives into positives. And then last week we talked about being enthusiastic about my where, my present place. In other words, understanding that I can be inspired because here in my present place, it's full of possibility, of opportunity, and it is the key to my future. It is the greatest moment for me to please God in my presence, to recognize and believe that He exists and that He responds to those who believe in Him. Faith is a solution to my present predicament. We decreed and declared last week that your present situation does not have power over you. Your present turmoil is just temporary, and your present circumstance is preparation for a fantastic future. And in this final session today, we're talking about being elated about my win. In other words, I am elated about my future. Is there anybody out there that is excited about their future, that you're elated about your future? You've come through so much and the future is bright on the horizon and God stands at the forefront of your future. I want to share this with you. I use the word elated because it is the past tense of the word elate, but it means ecstatically happy. It's an adjective. It's a descriptor. It comes from the Latin word ex, which means out, from, and fair, to bear or to raise. In other words, listen to this now. I am raised out of, being elated about my future. I'm elated. I am raised up out of from bearing what I had to bear. Can I say that to you again? I'm elated about my future because being elated means I'm raised up out of from what I've had to bear. It also means thrilled, delighted, overjoyed, euphoric, very happy, gleeful, jubilant, beside oneself, walking on air, on cloud nine, in seventh heaven, and jumping for joy. In fact, now don't take this wrong, and I hope none of you are offended, but when I think about my future, I have to stop for a minute and say, I'm doing fine on cloud nine. I need you to know your future is an exciting, exciting, exciting place to be. And then when I heard the word of the Lord, and He said, I want people to embrace being elated about their future, He gave me a familiar scripture. Now, at first I thought, of course, He would give me Jeremiah 29, for I know the plans I have for you. But that was not what God gave. God gave instead the scripture, Romans 8:28. And this is the New King James Version. And we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are the called according to His purpose. But let me tell you what further research revealed. The Ecclesia Bible Society has written a version of the Bible called the Voice. And in it, this is what the Voice says for Romans 8:28. We are confident that God is able to orchestrate everything to work towards something good and beautiful when we love him and when we accept his invitation to live according to his plan. Can I say that to you again? We are confident that God is able to orchestrate everything to work towards something good and beautiful when we love him and accept his invitation to live according to his plan. So now you understand why I'm standing beside an invitation that says you are cordially invited. Let me say this to you first.